Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to another video that I have here for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about the March NPD numbers. We've got numbers on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. We've got info on Pokken Tournament. We have the top 10 software sales. And we also have a little bit of a discussion on why Nintendo definitely needs third-party support based on these numbers here. So some good and a little bit of some bad, but overall improvement for everyone. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the top 10 software as far as NPD goes was really unique this year. I'm going to go ahead and go from 1 to 10, starting with Tom Clancy's The Division. That was number 1 on the software charts. And just before we get into that, for those who don't know, the NPD is the United States. The NPD group tracks the sales numbers. It does not include digital, sometimes includes bundles, but that's only when specified if I say bundles and all of that. But for the most part, retail sales, and it is not digital sales, so not eShop or anything like that, or PSN store. Tom Clancy's The Division, that was number 1. Number 2, Far Cry Primal. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, which we'll talk about more. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 5, UFC 2. Number 6, MLB 16 The Show. Number 7, Pokken Tournament, which we have numbers on as well. Number 8, NBA 2K16. Number 9, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which that did have bundled sales. And number 10, Minecraft, which reportedly sells 10,000 copies a day. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD proves, 1, Nintendo fans want really good remasters of games because that actually outsold Pokken Tournament, the new game. The numbers on Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD are 308,000 copies sold. This was from noted NPD leaker Cream Sugar. Pokken Tournament, 251,000 units sold. That's really good for both of those games. Nintendo racking it up with over 500,000 units of sales, nearly 600,000 units in 2 different games. Not bad at all. We do also have some numbers on Hyrule Warriors Legends, which did 72,000 units, which is not bad for that game needing to really be played on the new Nintendo 3DS. Also, Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympic Games, Nintendo needs to stop this franchise. 25,000 units sold, or they need to move it to mobile and monetize it because it's not really selling anymore. Nintendo had a good month, yes they did, but if you look at the hardware sales, the PS4 was still number 1, Xbox One was still number 2, Nintendo 3DS outsold the Wii U by nearly 100,000 units. Apparently the Wii U sold around 66,000 units for the month of March. So they had 2 big IPs that both sold really well, were advertised well, did good, but still did not move hardware, which that proves that Nintendo needs to make sure that they have third-party support. Nintendo definitely needs third-party support because you have 2 big games coming out, you have a console priced at $299, you have both games being pushed and marketed, and still the system only sells 66,000 units, and the Nintendo 3DS, which didn't have anywhere near as much software as far as release for it, sells 171,000 units. The PS4 sold over 300,000 units, the Xbox One sold over 200,000 units, so Nintendo definitely needs to get third-party support. This proves that 100% because if they had some of these other games, in addition to Pokken Tournament and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, you would see those numbers go up. So they need to make sure that they have a console that can get these third-party games. With the Nintendo 3DS, that's being pushed by Fire Emblem Fates. Apparently we're hearing that Fire Emblem Fates did really well, over another 100,000 units sold, and it's moving 3DS hardware. The special editions that are on like Best Buy, as far as the consoles, are all sold out everywhere that you go. People are really loving Fire Emblem Fates. This also proves that Nintendo needs some more RPGs on their system because Fire Emblem Fates is literally single-handedly pushing 3DS sales, which is really good for Nintendo, but obviously not so good for Nintendo Wii U when you don't have that software to help your system as well. So that's something that Nintendo needs to look into, and I'm pretty sure that they will adjust with the Nintendo NX. Overall, Ubisoft did very well in this NPD charts with having 2 games in the top 2, basically, right there, with new IPs, with great retakes on their old franchises like Far Cry, The Division doing really well, people continuing to buy it. Once again, both RPGs at the top of the boards. Overall, we're looking at the evergreen titles, Minecraft doing very well, Call of Duty, NBA 2K16, games that are always up there on the charts. Pokken Tournament, that's really good for Bandai Namco and Nintendo, and that shows that this can be a franchise, and we can see a Pokken Tournament 2 on the Nintendo NX with some upgrades, online tournament mode, better net play. I think that would even do better than this one right here, just because this one's coming so late and in the same month as another game. Once again, just want to reiterate the point, Nintendo, 2 games in the top 10. still had console sales under 100,000. For those who say that Nintendo does not need third-party support, I think the month of March proves that. And also, if you look at the Japanese sales for the console, it's still sold underneath the PS4, and it's still sold underneath the PS Vita and underneath the 3DS for the month of March. And that's with Pokken Tournament and Legend of Zelda also launching in Japan. But it's definitely good for Nintendo to have these high sales, because that's a lot of revenue coming in for them for the month of March as they head into E3 with momentum. And that's really the biggest things. They need to have a little bit of momentum from software sales. So while they're not doing so well in the home console segment, they are having some momentum and some good sales across the board when you kind of add up everything. All right, guys, so that basically wraps it up for this one. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.